So here's your proof that it's all fake. Pay attention to the top right of your screen. But here in a minute. So what I want to point out is that it's all fake. Everything you're seeing when it comes to these protests is fake. The news is very good about exposing that protesters themselves are paid and fake, but you don't have a lot to show you that the cops themselves are. Watch what this cop does right here. Do you think any cop would get shoved in the back like that and do nothing about it? Anybody who has ever known a cop, been a cop, or ever dealt with police knows that this interaction would not have gone like that. That man would have been chokeslammed, pinned to the ground by most of the cops there while the others formed a perimeter and held back the crowd. Then the guy would have been hogtied and carried out. But pay attention to the little handshake that happens just before with the guy shining the flashlight in the cop's face. Police shoot people for shining lights in their face. While out in the streets in front of a bunch of people and cameras, you may get away with something like that and keep your life. I doubt that the cop would just turn around and give you a little wiggle of your wrist and not retaliate further, then get shoved in the back like that and not immediately be on top of the person who did it.
Police right now.
Now, the news will do a very good job of pointing out that the protesters are fake, but the news will only tell you, if it's the blue flavor of tyranny news, they will tell you that it is the flag burners, the people who show up and they start the chaos. They're the paid protesters. If you watch the red flavor of tyranny news, then they like to tell you that all the protesters, everybody that gets up and stands in the line and everybody that's out there in the middle of the day is a paid protester owned by George Soros and Antifa, which they're not wrong. But the same people that own their politician is paying for them. The same people that own the police are paying for the protesters. Now, when we get into this guy, I want you to listen to what he has to say and how he just shows who he really is. Of course, he has friends that are ICE agents, and I'd really like to know what he doesn't want to admit here at the end.
That's not white. If you look around here, we have all nationalities. The only thing in common that we have is fuck ICE. Get them out. Leave. And I personally know a couple of ICE agents that are here. And they hate it, but unfortunately they have bills to pay. And that's the choice and the morality they went. And I don't agree with it. And I know deep down they don't agree with it. After the shooting, I was down there. And I looked at the police and I apologized that they were getting verbally assaulted because of what Jonathan Ross did. Murdered someone. Just as easy. I, amongst my friends, am called a lunatic because I think it was premeditated murder. I feel deep down that guy was going to shoot someone sooner or later. The fact that he got ran over and drank 300 yards, but in the report it was 50 yards or something like that. So he didn't fire them, neither did the other agents. Every cop, law enforcement will tell you, you don't come from a blind side, you go in front of a vehicle. He released his own cell phone footage that didn't show him getting hit.
Yeah, it showed him after he killed.
It showed the impact of his phone hitting his chest. What happened was he shot someone, and hey, I hate to admit this.
Whoa, we got police moving in here. We got police who are moving into the crowd here.
Notice how they use whatever distraction, it's supposed to be the squad car coming through, to stop him dead in the tracks of what he was saying. He acts like there's something he wants to admit, but instead of just saying it, he gets distracted by trivial things happening in the background when there's already all kinds of quote-unquote chaos going on.